All right. Hey, everyone. I'm so glad to have you here today. We're going to have a great conversation about the energy that you're creating and the energy you put out and how it impacts the things around you. So, if you are a family centered woman entrepreneur and you know others that should be having this conversation, please do me a favor and share this video. You can share it now, or if you come back for the replay, hey, make sure you share the video and comment below. Let me know what your thoughts are. For those of you that are new to me, my name is Shayla Boyd-Gill, and I am your Family Freedom and Affluence Mentor. I am going to check because I love having little tech issues over here. So I just want to check and make sure we are live, and I'm going to share this over to another page while we wait for some people to engage here. So we hear people talking about energy all the time. You know, that's a key word or key thing that you're hearing now. People are stating that, they'll say energy, they'll use other words for it. And we know this to be true because, if you're fairly in tune with yourself, share now. If you're fairly in tune with yourself, I don't know what that is, then you know the impact of your own energy. You've probably seen it over the years. So I've been an entrepreneur since 2003. I know for a fact when I'm off, everything around me is off. Meaning if my energy feels a little wonky, it is quite unfair of me to go around other people and impact them with my energy. And I think we have to take a responsibility, especially as coaches, mentors, facilitators, teachers, trainers. We have a responsibility. People are paying us to guide them in their business. And it's our responsibility that when we show up to guide them, that we are in the right place energetically. If your energy is off, then it can throw everything off with that relationship. So we're going to talk about several areas. The first one I have is how your energy impacts you. When you are feeling down, when you're sad, when you're feeling guilty, when you're stressed out, you don't have energy. You're sleepy, you're lethargic, your thoughts can become very negative. And if you don't have a routine in place or something in place to actually turn or shift that energy, then it can take you into a funk. That funk can last for days. That funk can take you out of the game completely. So you have to have enough of an awareness of yourself to say, is my energy good today? Or do I need to do something to shift that? What could you do? Some people feel better when they exercise. Some people feel better when they talk to other people. Some people feel better when they meditate. You have to figure out what your thing is. Some people like to cleanse their energy. We can go into that in another conversation of how that's done, but you have to figure out what is your routine. How do you get your energy back to a level where it's working for you so that you can do the work that you do? That's something that's important that you need to know, and you need to have a strong awareness of it. You can't ignore it. You can't fake it. You cannot show up and not be on your game. When you show up that way, other people around you have a strong awareness of it, and it can be a deterrent. It can deter people from wanting to work with you or wanting to do anything with you. As you all are joining me, make sure you say hello. Sometimes I can and sometimes I cannot see the comments here. So do me a favor, just keep me engaged enough so that I know that you're here, and hopefully I can see your comments. The next place is how it impacts the clients. I spoke about it a little bit. When you're showing up to work with clients, your clients are hoping and praying that they made the best decision, number one. So if you were to show up with a funky attitude, or your energy's off because maybe you had a bad day, something happened in your relationship, something happened with your kids, and you can't clear that before you deal with the people that are paying to work with you, then that's going to impact their desire to, number one, want to work with you again. Number two, share the work that you do with them with other people. Number three, they will not become a raving fan because your energy is funky. You might be brilliant. You might be really good at what you do, but if your energy is off all the time, people will have a hard time doing business with you. Meaning if you're missing appointments, if you're late to the appointment, if you are lethargic on the calls, if you have a nasty attitude, if you're speaking to them crazy, if you don't look like you're confident in what you do, no one's going to trust that. Everyone values their coins. And so they want to make sure when you're showing up, you are good. Again, you can't fake it. So you need to figure out how you're going to clear this energy so that you can show up and do your job. Here's what happens when we have long-term clients. This client may be in a group program or maybe a year-long program with you. These clients, if they're around your energy all the time, what happens is they tend to take on some of that energy. So if you're in an energy of lack, in an energy of I can't do it, in an energy of blaming everyone for what's happening to you, your clients will start to actually reflect that in their businesses and in what they do. So you might hear their conversation starting to sound really familiar to yours, and you're trying to coach them saying, oh no, you can do it. Sometimes you have to look back and say, how am I showing up? Am I showing up in this place of lack? Am I showing up and quitting because something didn't work for me? I know for myself, when my energy's off, whenever it's been off, and I've had a coach that's called me on it, the first thing we do is look at how my clients are doing. And I quickly say, get this together, correct this energy, because you have a responsibility and you need to take care of that. If it's a case where you cannot serve and do what you promised you were going to do, you need to figure out what's that next solution. What's that next solution? How is this client going to be taken care of? So if you're in the energy of abundance, meaning you believe in abundance, you're practicing abundance, you are being mindful of your money, you are being mindful of selling, you have integrity, you are on this high, your clients are going to naturally get that as long as what you're teaching works and you have the energy to match what you're teaching. Your clients, you'll start seeing them reflect that same energy around you, and you'll start seeing the wins stack up for your clients. But it's going to take you being in the space energetically and bringing them along in a positive energetic space, and not a space of, well, it's not about me or it's not about them. It's all about me. It is about them. They're investing to work with you. So it is about them. When we look at the energy and the impact, I'm looking here at my list of your relationship. Imagine what your relationship looks like. You know, you're thriving. Maybe you have consistent monthly income through your business now. Maybe your partner is working a 9 to 5. You're both thinking of money differently. The partner might be really frugal. You may be one that's taking small risk in order to bring your business to a certain level, but there may not be an alignment. And that alignment can really be off if you're in the energy of, oh gosh, I got to make it work. I got to make it work. And the partner sees that stress coming. That partner may not believe in your vision and your dream because the energy is frantic. It's not an energy of confidence. It's not an energy of abundance. It's not an energy of saying to them, I need your support as I'm doing this. It's not a place where I had a program called Permission to Partnership. We've never gone to a partner and say, I need your permission to do this. But instead, being in an energy of abundance and confidence of, I'm going to do this, and I'd love to have your support as I'm doing this. If your energy is off, that conversation can't go well. And so if you're coming back to your coach, your mentor, or whomever you want to work with and say, my partner's not believing on me or not aligning with me, I'm asking again, how are you showing up? There isn't a place, oh, it's one person's fault or another person's fault, but look at what your energy looks like. Let me give you a personal story so you can see how this works. My husband has always been very supportive of what I do in business, but it's always been an understanding too that I pretty much make my own investments, and we talk about what I've invested, and I talk about how I'm succeeding in my business, and I talk about my wins in my business. But what I don't bring to him is my crazy and my worry, because I need to take that to someone that understands that realm. That's not his world. And so when we're talking about the energy of abundance, he's seen me practice this energy of abundance for years. And we were in a different place mentally. Like, I'm like, oh, abundance. He's like, oh, budget. I'm saying, oh, abundance, money comes to me easily. He's like, oh, I have to work hard for money. It took years for him to catch up with me. And I kind of said, when it came to the abundance mindset, I was probably 5 to 6 years ahead of him with that. And so it took some time before he could finally come to me and say, oh, you know, I believe that we can X, Y, Z. You know, something that I never thought he would say. You know, he's like, oh, we could do this thing. Oh, we should do this trip to this thing. And I'm looking at it like, really? We're there now? We're on the luxury thing now? And I didn't question it. It wasn't my job to force him into a place of abundance. It was my job to reflect that. And my energy was so contagious that he caught on to that energy because I kept myself in that place. And he saw, you know, I don't like this place that I'm in. I think I need to move this way. And so your partner may not always energetically match with you initially, but if you keep doing what you're doing as a family-centered woman entrepreneur and you stay steady in that place, it can grow. your energies can grow together and it will match. I think one of the big things that happens when it comes to being a family-centered woman entrepreneur and being in a relationship, these relationships sometimes fall apart and crumble because you never get to the point of matching your energies so that you all can be in this place of abundance together. They fall apart when there's one partner that's constantly in a place of lack and you're kind of leeching onto that place, or they say you in a place of worry or in a place of my energy is only here and I'm not sharing it with you all. The split happens. This is why we have this is one of the reasons, this isn't the sole reason, but this is one of the reasons why we have a lot of divorces that happen among family-centered women entrepreneurs. You're busy in your business. You're busy trying to make sure things are good, but you haven't figured out how to energetically match each other in the relationship. And it creates a gap, and the gap gets bigger. The more money you make, the more the gap gets bigger energetically. And then there's no match at all and things fall apart, things crumble. One of the reasons that I started my coaching business is because I saw this. When I went out to seek my first coach, there was someone I really wanted to work with, and I realized there wasn't an energetic match in their relationship. And there was a platform of women that were divorced. They were 7-figure business owners, but they could not, none of them had a relationship that will last. And they would say it wasn't an energetic match. And I wanted to know from the beginning, how can I make sure that my relationship is an energetic match? How can we make sure that we both have the right energy to be able to move so I can work on my vision? He can work on the things he wants to work on, and we can come together and be in agreement. That's important. So your energy impacts your relationship too. Another place is your energy impacts your children. If you're snapping and popping at your children because you're stressed out, your kids are not going to appreciate you being gone all the time working on your business. Your kids are not going to appreciate the business. Your kids probably aren't going to even want to work and support you in your business because they see your business as something that's stressful, not something that you love, not something that you're passionate about. So how you're showing up is going to be very important. And the energy you create for your children is going to be something that you need to be mindful of so that they're not feeling like we are on the back burner. This is the only thing that she cares about. The energy, if they're acting out, if they're acting like they need more attention, maybe they do. You can figure out the way your business is structured and set up. How can I give my children the attention that they need? They don't need all of your attention. I think that's the lie that we tell ourselves. The kids, especially young, they need everything from us. They don't. I can tell you that I have 6 kids. They don't. They do need some of your energy and some of your attention. And when you give it to them, you need to be fully present for it. But then when you're done, let them go on and do their thing. They're going to be right there. And you're right there for them too. And if you structure your business properly, you'll have the time to be able to be with them. And energetically, you'll have the energy to be with them and not have them in a place of feeling like mom's not fully present for us. Another place, and we know this is a big one, is if your energy is shoddy, your money is probably shoddy too. That's a big, cold truth. If your energy is shoddy and your thoughts around money, your thoughts around what you're doing, your thoughts around the way that you're living is shoddy, then your money is likely just as shoddy as your energy. Your money is a reflection of the energy that you bring and that you give. And if you've not been able to correct that, then you will see that impact in your bank account. If you're always, again, going back to that place of lack, if you're in the place of lack, money won't show up. Money can be right in front of you. You won't be able to touch it. It won't show up, or when it shows up, it will disappear right away because you're not energetically ready to receive it nor hold on to it or grow it. So your energy impacts everything that you do. Those are just a few places. There are lots of other places we could talk about. It impacts your health. It impacts your sex life. It impacts everything. So you need to be mindful of that and be careful of how you're creating your energy and how you're showing up with your energy. This is something I love talking about with my clients too, because it's not just, let me teach you a program. It's not just, did you do the work? It's, how are you doing? How are you showing up? What's your energy like? What's really going on today? How can we shift that? All of those things really matter. And if you're not paying attention to it, you're missing out on a major piece as a family-centered woman entrepreneur. So If this is you and you know this is something you need to work on, or you have an awareness of it, number one, comment below and share with me so that I can comment back and see what you're talking about. And number two, if you are a family-centered woman entrepreneur with an existing business and you have paying clients, but you know you need to shake some things up in the business, you need to streamline it so you'll have more energy to be with your family and do the things you love and take care of yourself. And if you know you have great programs, but you want to restructure them a little bit, so that you will be able to streamline what you do. One of the things that you can do is check out a post on this page today for our high impact, high ticket challenge. I taught this challenge in December of last year when I was in Aruba. Why was I teaching in Aruba? I don't know. But I taught this challenge there. It was really fun, but it really helps you to get on the path of creating one of your first high impact, high ticket programs that will streamline the way that you work in your business. You can go, I'll put the link here, but you can go and check that out. This is part of our new FFA Academy. The FFA is Family Freedom and Affluence Academy. This is where we're going to be housing a lot of our courses and also a place and portal for our clients to be able to access some of their information. So today I'm offering free access to the FFA Academy. All you have to do is use the link, which I will post. And once you use that link, you can go and get access to the Academy. Once you go to the Get Started page, you will see a link of all the courses. And the only course that you'll be able to access for free is the High Impact, High Ticket course. It's a high impact, high ticket 5-day challenge. I'm going to encourage you, if you're committed to doing the work, 5 days, do the work. It's about 10 to 15 minutes each day worth of work. If you do the work, I'd love to hear what your results are, and we can talk about what might be your next steps. But first, you have to show up energetically, get the work done. And I promise you, if you do the work, you'll be able to make a shift. So I hope this serves you today, and I look forward to talking to you later. Bye-bye.